Alright, well, hello guys. Let's start with another season of Battling Desert Goats. I'm your Commissioner Mahashish Humble, and before I begin, let's have a couple shout outs from the people who weren't lazy and actually sent something, from their draft room.
What's up, MTV Cribs? Welcome to my Bachelor Duplex, bitches.
Yo, we got my cereal, my cookies, on my laptop. I did have my sheets put them aside, exam tomorrow, but season about to start. So let's do this thing.
Here we're setting up for the BDG Draft. Boom, boom, boom. We have our man, City Man, ready to make this happen. You ready to draft, bro? We're ready to make this happen. Alright, so we had an interesting auction draft. A lot of questionable decisions, I'm going to say there, honestly, guys. So let's start off with our defending champ. Honors go to him for that great $16 bid for Tavon Austin, man. That's going to really do great for you with his 3 catches a game. But hey, you know what? Why not? Great move, Wahishi's Warriors. Ennis, that was beautiful. $3 for Omar Bolden, Tyson Alalu. That's really going to work off to be the sleepers of the season, I think. And then obviously we have to have our annual Carl Klug bid, which went to the Fleek Flicker there with Sam. Great way to get yourself back into your winning ways there, buddy, isn't it? And then let's get on to the next one, which is yours truly, the Commissioner. Nice, $13 for Steven Gostkowski, a kicker, which I would say you're only supposed to spend $1 for, but I guess when you really need a kicker, I got desperate and I just went for it. But shout out to Wahishi's Warriors for pushing me there. And also one more, let's talk about $70 for 31-year-old running back Adrian Peterson. Douche more L's. I mean, I know your team was bare L's last year, but come on, man, you could have found somewhere else to do with that $70. But I guess it doesn't really all come as bad to the true deep dipshit of the league, which has to go to Moil for Hire Suleiman, whose investments are so remarkably stupid. I don't think we'll be able to see something like this ever again. Let's start off with $87 for Todd Gurley, which, I mean, extravagant for a running back, especially a guy who's going to be in a team that literally has nothing else beside Todd Gurley, but at least he had money to get on the rest of his team. He surely didn't waste investment on needless positions like, let's say, for example, defenders, or in fact, extra defenders. But I mean, I actually had to triple check because this guy spent on 5 defensive players. Okay, let's start off with his DL, which this guy decided, to go $20 for JJ Watt. Wow, all right. But then it wasn't even the $20 for JJ Watt. He actually legitimately, and I'm not making this up, what is it, $4 for Khalil Mack? So that's another $4 for an extra defensive lineman, which, I mean, maybe you can argue to me that there's a chance that JJ wasn't going to play the first week, so you decided, okay, I'll spend $4 on an extra defensive lineman who you dropped anyway the next day. So I didn't even understand that, but okay, sure, man. Then you go on to $3 for Navarro Bowman, your linebacker. All right, buddy. So let's keep that count rolling, because let's move on to DB. And what else would you do besides spend $3 on Deion Buchanan and $4 on Rashad Jones, who'd later drop anyway? That's another $7 just on your safeties, and that brings a pretty massive total investment just onto, what is that, 6 players, 2 of which you dropped the next day, and 5 of which were defenders. That's a great move. But you know what? It's all fun and games, man, because we about to start with week 1, and we got some interesting matchups, don't we? Let's start off looking at what we have here. So I can see here, for example, that we got Habitat for Fantasy. Muad, congratulations. You're starting off with playing... Let's see here, Ennis, Wahishi's Warriors. Well, I mean, I guess that wouldn't be so bad. Hopefully, Ennis's team isn't so full of injuries that they'll actually see out the game. Well, I mean, that seems like a bit of a stretch, doesn't it? Poncho's in the hole playing Haha, it's an Amerifat. That's pretty great, man. Don't really see anything to go there, seeing as Wahishi left. Amerifat is pretty new in the league. And then we got the Gondiful Bastards versus Moil for Hire. Whew. Sully, prepare to be whooped by the former People's Champ, because... well, we talked earlier about those investments you were making And maybe you can defend yourself against getting some of that shit thrown at you. And then, we got to battle the Douchemores here. We got the current Count Douchemore Els Falah, playing against the Fleek Flicker, former Count Douchemore Sam. That's got to be a fun one to see. And then we got Andrew Suck versus the Master Deflator. Really nothing to say there, is there? And then another matchup with yours truly, Mohashish Humble and Ali's team, which has become a bit of a tradition in week 1, except for the fact that Ali's team seems to always kick my ass. But until then, let's see what happens this week. Let's have a fun one, guys, and let's make this happen.